Hi Jeff, I've been asked to do the introduction to this video, which is a great honour for me, for a great person like yourself. I've known you nearly 40 years, and in that time you've been an inspiration to me, and I can speak for the students as well. Not only have you been an inspiration physically in what you've taught us, you've also been an inspiration spiritually. You are a remarkable man and someone of honour that we look up to. I hope you enjoy the videos and the photos. I hope you think it's a masterpiece, because you certainly are a master, a true spiritual man that we all love.
All these things that you've taught me over the years are going to be passed down to my children and their children and children's children and generations of all the other children and adults that you've taught over the years. It's going to live on for an absolute eternity.
Hi Jeff, I know you know who you are as a man, and for you that's good enough, but sometimes you need to be reminded. Meeting you was one of the best things that happened in my life, and I don't think you realise the impact you've made in it. Your teachings are second to none, and to say you put your stamp on things is an understatement. What you've produced and achieved, others can only dream. You've laid down the foundation for me and others to continue our journey, and for that I'm truly grateful and will be forever in your debt. As a man, you stand above others. You're the most kind, most selfless, honest individual in the world, and most of all, you are my friend.
Hi Jeff. I remember for years I used to come into the club, and you always sat behind that little table with your gear on and wrote everyone's name down as they came in and paid the subs for the class. And there was always a chair opposite you on the other side of the table, sitting empty. And I often wondered what that was for. But took no notice and went into the dojo and got on with my thing. One day something really tragic was happening in my family, and I was struggling emotionally. And I said, Jeff, do you mind if I sit in that chair? He said, sure. And I told you the situation, and you was, as always, an incredible mentor, and spoke wise words and got me back on my feet and gave me direction. And then all at once I understood what that chair was for. And it's only recently, as we made this video, that we realise just how much influence you've had on so many people. You're an absolute inspiration, Jeff. To me, you're my friend, my mentor, and my sensei, and you really explain what it is. Your example really shows what it is to be a sensei. It's so much more than just the guy that taught us martial arts. It took your boys and turned us into men, and that's what you did, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you.
Hi Jeff, Colin here. Sorry I'm not there to say these words to you face to face. Sometimes things are a lot easier to understand and to see in retrospect. And there's a lot of things when I look back that are far easier to understand from a distance, and things that should have been said at the time are not said because you take them for granted. But I look back to the time when I first came to the club and first met you. I found a club that was very happy, very welcoming, and I turned up even though my hair has now faded. I came to you as a wannabe ginger ninja, And that whole atmosphere at the club was engendered by your character. I have to say that you have been one of the most inspirational people in my life. The word sensei is a word that was destined for a small group of people, of which you are one. A true teacher, not just of martial arts, but of a philosophy, a way of life, a way of thinking, of how to live your life, how to care for others. You taught tolerance and diversity long before it became trendy, long before it became mainstream. This was part of your ethos that you imparted to others around you. Long before social media, you were out there spreading the word. One statement that you made at the end of one of our classes many years ago, it's something that stayed with me for my whole life since then, and I will paraphrase your words. You said that for anyone's life to be in balance, you needed three things: family, work, and some form of hobby, something for you, which was your time. And if you get that out of balance, your life is not balanced. That was your words of wisdom. And it's something that has stuck with me ever since. It's something that I have tried every single day of my life since then to do. And as a consequence, you have been in my thoughts all of that time. You're there in the background. If ever I think which way to go, what's the right direction, what's the right thing to do, I think, what would Jeff think? What would Jeff say? What would his advice be? So you are in my thoughts constantly. You've been an inspiration to so many people over the years, and you've transformed so many lives. These few words that I'm saying now don't do true justice to the man that you are. So I have to say and send you my love and my thanks forever.
Hi Jeff, just wanted to say hi. Obviously we'd normally be seeing you the whole time, but we just can't at the moment. Thoughts are with you constantly. Really wanted to say thank you to you, because for a lifetime you have been my sensei in every sense of the word. You've really been a mentor to me throughout my life, and if it wasn't for you, I'm sure that I wouldn't be the person that I am today. So just sending you lots of love, and can't wait to get back on the mat with you. So as always, I can have that feeling that it's my first lesson once again, because you always teach me something. Love you lots, take care.
Jeff, I met you when I was 14 years old. A few days prior to meeting you, I'd been attacked by a gang on the way home from school. I was then sent by my mum to your jiu-jitsu club. From the first night's training, I was hooked. Jeff, you became my real-life superhero. You taught me to use my mind and body in ways that I never thought I was capable of. I realised that I could use an attacker's force against themselves, and that even as a 14-year-old boy, I could defend myself. I changed very quickly from a boy into a man. Training twice a week at your club gradually made me stronger and fitter than I'd ever been before, and I loved it. This gave me an outlet away from home and school where I was free to just be me. And Jiu-Jitsu was now a very big part of that. My self-confidence increased immensely and your dojo became my second home. The mental strength I gained gave me more confidence than I'd ever had before. Never again would I fear anyone or anything in my life. Instead, I would be a confident young man who would strive to achieve in all my endeavours. You helped me believe in myself, Jeff, and you helped me achieve in both my personal life and business life. The most important thing you taught me, Sensei, was to be able to learn and respect oneself. This has enabled me to respect and love others and be loved and respected back. You taught me that as long as you're able to provide a roof over your head, put food on the table and find someone to love and share your life with, then you have everything that a basis for a good life needs. Once you have this base, you can build on your life from there. I was taught to always strive to help others, whether it's members of your family, friends, or people you don't know who just need your help, either in the form of volunteering or charity work. If you can help others and make a difference to them, then in some small way, you can make your own contribution to the world for the better. In life, you should also find your role models. Jeff, you are my role model and a constant in my life, and this will always be so. Thank you, Sensei.
Hi Jeff, I can't just call you my sensei, even though you're my mentor, an inspiration and a friend. You've helped to shape my morals, my ethics and my confidence, and there's a lot that I need to thank you for. 30 years ago, I went to Tamar Square for the first time, and like so many others, that's where my jiu-jitsu story began. I would never have known what a rich and fulfilling journey it would have been, and that's because of you. It's been an education in life. It's gone well beyond jiu-jitsu. In true yin-yang style, through teaching me a fighting art, you taught me peace. I learned physical and mental resilience, which has always served me well. Physical and mental abilities that I thought I had, you stretched and you showed me what was possible. Leaving club every night, I feel 10 feet tall, strong but peaceful. I would never feel threatened anywhere I went. You're a large part of me, and what I've learned from you will continue. The same philosophies that you discuss at the end of club every night are the same philosophies that I discuss with my children. And I know that they'll be fine as long as they follow these wise words. I've always appreciated your counsel at times when I've been lost. You've an ability to listen, to understand, and point me in a direction, forwards, and you've never been wrong. Like so many others who came into your club, you've only ever supported me, and it's because of your support and your knowledge, your totally unselfish support for your students, which has made me into the person that I am. There's so much that I owe you. It's everything. Thank you, Sensei.
There's so much in my mind that I wanted to say about Sensei, and what a great honour it is for me to do this. So bear with me, please. Right, may I start and say this is a great honour for me, presenting my Sensei's black belt 6 Dan. I've known Sensei since I was 13 years old. When I first heard about Jeffrey Pelta, he was the man that did jiu-jitsu. I finally met Sensei at a party when I was 21. I was doing boxing at the time and thought it was the bee's knees, and nothing could beat a boxer in a fight. A friend introduced me to Sensei, who showed me a few simple techniques. What he showed me and the way he showed it changed my life forever. Sensei then introduced me and trained me at Redbridge Club and at Stoke Newington. Not only is Sensi a great martial artist, but he is a spiritual influence, always giving his little talks at the end of a hard night's training. He has always trained all his students in body and mind. The black belts he has turned out over the years have been of the highest order. Any club we have ever gone to, we have always held our own and maybe a bit more. There is no fluke, but comes from Sensi's high expectations, passion and knowledge for the art of Jiu-Jitsu. I think I can speak on behalf of all the hundreds of students Sensi has taught over his 40 odd years and say a massive thank you and great respect for a man that has dedicated his life to something he feels passionate about. This has changed lots of people's lives. It's certainly changed my life for the better. Professor, you are a true inspiration to us all and a credit and ambassador for Jiu-Jitsu. Congratulations on your 6th Dan, Professor Jeffrey Pelta.
Sensei, thank you so much. My first black belt, very proud. And subsequently, all my students, all my black belts, and all my students, I'm extremely proud of you all. And corny or not, it's always felt to me that all of you are family. And what has touched me the most over all the years is that you all look out for one another. And the way you look out for one another, which has always warmed my heart and my soul, is that if you're training with someone, you're happy to give them, well, this is how you do a hip throw, and this is how it's done, and you're pleased to pass it on. And then the epitome of what pleases me the most is that whether you're senses, grades, or a beginner, they treat you with respect and they put you down carefully. Too many clubs I've seen in my experience, there's an ego. You've got black belt, you hurt the students, that'll teach them how strong and how good you are. That's not the way. The way is to gently toughen the student up, slowly, slowly, and as you build it towards the black belt where they become a teacher, they've finally got it. It's not to hurt them at the beginning to show how strong, how tough, or how much you can hurt someone. That's an idiot. That's not the way it's done. And also to have an appreciation of all the fighting arts. They're all family. They're all worthy. Boxing, wrestling, Aikido, judo, whatever it might be. They're all a key factor in martial arts. I have loved it, and it's been a passion of mine. I've loved passing it on to you, and what I'm absolutely delighted about, not only do I teach now some of the grandchildren of the students I started with, which has gone by in a flash, but it's just wonderful that I actually feel that I've put a piece of me or martial arts into you all, and I'm hoping that will be passed along, and that's all I hope, and I thank you all very much. Thank you.
Somewhere over the rainbow way, up high, in a land that I heard.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you.
You can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too.
If you can wait and not to be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies.
Or being hated. Don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise.
If you can dream and not make dreams your master. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim.
If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat these two impostors just the same.
If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools.
Or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools.
If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss,
and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss.
If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone.
And so hold on when there is nothing in you, except the will which says to them, hold on.
If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch.
if neither foe nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much.
If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
The rainbow way, a pie.
The only fear in life is fear itself. This is only a part of our life. There's life beyond, spiritual life, reincarnation, but it is important to make a mark, leave a mark, and pass some joy and some generosity to other people along the way to make it a better world.
Somewhere over the rainbow skies, a blue the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops